all things considered, a pretty good 5-on-5 game with the special teams. What did you see on that end of the game?
Well, it's frustrating. Like I thought 5-on-5, we played a really good game, and you reflect back on the game we played in Colorado. They had a bunch of guys out, and we tied the game. It was an overtime loss, but it was a huge advantage for them in terms of shot attempts, all that other stuff. And tonight it was a real solid game for us. I think we outshot them 5-on-5 like 24-14 or something. And our special teams, just the power play didn't generate much. And then, like I've said before, when the power play gets scoring chances and has like high shot volume attempts, your bench feels good. It gets on their toes, and it's just feeding that offensive mindset. But tonight it wasn't generating anything like as far as shot volume, and then they scored shorty. I thought our PK was good. We just there was a turnover there that ended up costing us a goal there. But yeah, it's frustrating. Like I said, last game we played, I think we were outshot Winnipeg. I don't know what the hell it was in the first period, but we didn't score. I'm like, oh boy. Because a lot of times when you have a shot advantage like that and you have quality chances that reflect the shot totals and you don't score, you feel it could be a tough night. And I looked at the shot totals after the first period. I think it was like 12-4 for us. We had a goose egg, so. But we played well. We played well defensively, and it's frustrating we didn't get at least a point.
They get burned a couple times there by the McCarr and McKinnon, combo. Just how tough is it to defend against them and just have it go there?
Well, the thing that's interesting is like some quality attempts off their rush, and we actually had our guys back. Like we had players underneath the shooters, and we just didn't identify them. And usually if you see the distance between the attacker and yourself in those second wave attacks, you can kind of call it parachute back, so you can kind of close the gap before the pass is made. And we just overskated it, and they're good enough players to execute that. But I thought the effort was there all over the ice. It was a lot of good one-on-one puck battles we won, and we had a pretty good night on the face-off dot, and it's just unfortunate.
Usually you talk about two guys that are in a line or in a pairing as having chemistry, but when you get Mac and McCarr, you have a guy who can back you up, you have a guy who can break you down. What makes them a unique challenge when they're on the ice together, I guess?
Well, I think they're both like incredibly high IQ players, so they can read each other. They're way ahead of everybody else on the ice. I think McCann knows when McKinnon's driving wide, you can probably see a play develop where he's going to stop up. He'll kind of slow himself down and skate into that area, which is like a really complex, mindset when you're coming up the ice. A lot of guys rush into those areas and they just take away their space to shoot it. Like I watched them do that in Colorado, and they're linked up together, and mentally, so they're able to read like 2 or 3 seconds in advance, and that's why they have a bunch of points, and they're all-stars.
The 6 games since Jake Troop has been injected into the locker room and the lineup, what are you seeing from him, and how is he fitting in with the group?
He's a quiet guy, and I think he's still trying to feel his way through this socially, but I think he's been a real solid, defenseman for us. I think as he gets more comfortable, I think we'll see a lot more out of him, but I think he's been great.
We spoke this morning about how you wanted to see Leo kind of get things going a little bit more. What did you kind of see from him aside from the goal?
I thought he played well. Leo was jumping tonight. I thought he was on the inside. He scored his goal being in front of the net. Like I said, he's got to be a driver. He's got to be one of those guys that's pushing the pace. And I think a lot of his growth as a player is going to be in that inner third of the ice. Whether he's driving the net on a rush or he's pulling the puck off the yellow and driving inside ice to shoot it in the offensive zone. So I think tonight he mirrored those comments pretty well.
Sometimes you've been playing Mac T and Gote together a fair amount. What do you like from that pairing? What would you maybe like to see more?
I wish they'd score more. They had some quality chances, but Cutter's starting to get really confident. You can see whether he's holding on to the puck more, he's making plays, and Mac T, like I said, he's a shooter. He's a big power forward, and he's getting to the net, and he's winning some face-offs. So I can't really make a comment on why it's clicking, but I do know individually they're both playing with confidence.
Okay, thanks, Rob.
Yep.